Hey, yo, what's good, everybody? What's up, man? Welcome to the Raider Nation Fan Show. I'm your host, Derek Lowe. We got the homie the sports man in the building, and Gravy is not here, but he's supposed to be here. He's missing. Hold on, shit. What's good, everybody, man? Hopefully, you guys making it out. There's only 8 people in the building right now, man. We're gonna get it going. Usually, like I kind of started off kind of slow and stuff like that. Pretty much always say what's up to everybody. And pretty much right now, man, it's just the only thing I'll also do is just say what's up to everybody. Yeah, I'm fucking high as hell. I'm high as hell. I'm tired.
Hey, good. I don't feel misunderstood or out of place because I'm.
Yeah, bro. Hey, bro, you in the right place. Gravy's here. Okay, there we go. Shit. Anyways, be thankful for what you do got, what you don't got. Don't drink and drive, fuckers, and we're gonna start the show, man. Gravy, what's going on, man?
Good evening. What's up, guys? What's up, fellas?
Chilling.
What's good?
The last 2 shows, I've been fucking flopping on the fucking intro. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know if it's just late in the day. I've been fucking up too long, or I don't know what the hell's going on, man. I'm just fucking tired.
Hey, man, then you say you was in Fresno. Ain't you in Fresno?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, you got the fire up there. What's going on?
Oh, right here. It's already going. Come on, bro.
Both of us.
Hey,
we're right down the street from each other, bro.
Yeah, we're right down the street from
Fresno.
We both from Fresno. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, y'all got that draw out there. Y'all got that good.
Yeah, it's always good out here. It's the valley. It's the valley air.
Yeah, hell yeah, I love it out there.
Yeah, shit. Let me get to the chat real quick and we'll get to go. See, I can't even fucking talk, man. See, it's that shit. It's that shit. Raider Joe, what's up? What's up?
You to take over, bro.
Oh, here we go,
bro. Just have
Here we fucking go. Already started, my homie. We had a private chat, bro, and they're calling me Lonzo from fucking training day, bro.
Lonzo, that's comedy.
Shit, my girl, what's up, bro?
No, that's your boy calling you Lonzo.
Yeah, I know. Pizzle, what's up, man? Salute, bro. Nick Sacramento, what's up, man? Charles, what's up, man? Hopefully you're having a good one. Vic, motherfuckers, ESPN said that used to talk shit about Derek. Now they're praising him. Now he's the same motherfuckers talking good about Jimmy G when he was on the Niners. Now they talk shit. Hey, shit. That's a good fucking starting point, man. So let me give you guys a little intro to the Sportsman. I don't know if you're following him or not, man, but I've been following him on IG, right, for probably about a good, since last season, bro. Probably midway last season. And You've always been giving up the real shit, be talking mad shit, good, bad, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I know you from LA. You just telling me right now you're from LA. You know what I'm saying? You're original, Raider fan, not the, whatever, however anybody want to say it. Right. But even Gravy was saying backstage, I mean, bro, you say it exactly the way it is. So you know how everyone's been on the American. We call him Derek Carr, Merrick Parr around here.
You can't even say his name around this motherfucker.
It's like you just try not to. You know what I
mean? Yeah, we from Fresno, bro. We from Fresno. We don't like him right now.
That's tough.
Yeah, but shit, man. But yeah, man. I mean, you're always known for pretty much saying what's on your mind, and like that's great, man. So if anybody that hasn't followed him, follow him, man. We're gonna be here for about a good hour, just chopping it up, talking ball, man. So
yeah, good looking out, man. Hey, I appreciate that, and I appreciate that follow from back last season, because a lot of people think I just be talking shit. It's because I'm fucking mad right now, and I got a reason to talk shit. You feel what I'm saying? But if you was following me from last season, I was saying we was gonna win the division.
Yep.
We had the best running game. We had the best special teams in the division. Right? We had best special teams in the division. We had the worst defense in the division. I already know that. But we had the best running back. We had the best the second best tight end in the NFL, because he'd been better than Kittle the last couple of years before he got hurt. So we had Waller, Jacobs, and then you go get Davante Adams. You already know who he is, right? Like, but then you just made the playoffs the year before. Like, I'm not brainwashed. We just made the playoffs the year before, and you add Davante Adams and Chandler Jones, who didn't have his best season, Chandler Jones.
Right.
I get that. You add them two though, and you get worse. Come on, man. What we got? And then you know, is he a good play caller? Yes, he's a good offensive coordinator. I've been gave him that. Is he a good coach? No, he hasn't proven to be a good coach. You feel what I'm saying? You got to prove that you're a good coach. You can't just come into the NFL and shit and be a fucking staff member, then get a job, and then you're just a good coach. No, you got to prove that you can fucking win as a head coach. You got to manage the team. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? He's a good play caller. He's a good play caller. You feel me? He's one of the best play callers in the league. But he's a horrible situational play caller. But he's a great play caller overall. I give him that. But as far as managing the team, as far as holding people accountable on the defense, who's blowing leads when you have a 4-point lead and the team is on the last drive and they need a touchdown to win, that should be a win for your defense. How the fuck do you lose that game? They need a touchdown, not a field goal. Like, and then at the end of the game, you're talking about what your offense didn't do. What kind of shit is that? To me, that was predetermining some bullshit, trying to point blame to where it didn't belong. Because I had to point out to my boy, Protect the Shield, the Raiders had they were scoring 27 points a fucking game, my bruh, in the first 9 games of the season. Before they got blew out by the Saints, they was averaging 27 points a game, and they were still fucking 2-9. Like, how can you look at the offense? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's why I call them like ulterior motives. He wasn't really trying to really win. He don't want to win with another coach's team, unlike John Gruden, who went and did it. You feel me? Now he's forever immortalized. You're
talking about when he went to Tampa when they got traded.
Exactly. That was Tony Dungy's team. You feel me? Right. Why not come here with bringing Davante and you have John Gruden's team? And if it's a perfect storm, it's a fucking perfect storm. But he didn't cater to what he had. Like I said, he didn't even know who fuck Josh Jacobs was. If he would have looked at the tape, he'd have picked up the 5th-year option for $8 million. That's nothing. He would easily pick that up. But he didn't look at the tape. They came there with a predetermined plan from New England, and they didn't give a fuck what was already there. They were going to go with their plan. And you see what their plan turned. It went from 10-7 to 6-11. I don't give a fuck what nobody said.
That is true. So you don't think that Derek Carr played like shit at all?
He did. No, I'm not saying he played. I didn't say he played great, but I'm not gonna say. This is what I'm gonna tell you though. I can't sit over here and shit on Derek Carr when the offense was 12. But I can sit here and shit on the defensive coordinator when the defense is 26. You feel what I'm saying? That's easy math. So that tells me Derek Carr was shitty, right? Which was 60% completion, which is his worst in a long ass time, right? In a long time. That was his worst. And his lowest yards output in a long time. Am I going to contribute that straight to Derek Carr? No. It's a new system and a new coach.
Right.
Just like I don't blame Russell Wilson for last season. That was a trash-ass coach. And I look at Russell Wilson the year before. So when I look at Derek Carr the year before, he threw for 4,800 yards. He threw for 68, almost 69%. You feel what I'm saying? Only 2 people threw for more yards. It was fucking Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes and maybe Justin Herbert. He's top 3 in yards. The 2021 and 68%. That's like top 5 in the NFL. So I'm not going to sit here and say Derek because he had 60% in the first year of a new system, and Davante Adams still made history, and Davante Adams had a career year, and Davante Adams led all wide receivers in the NFL. That means that beast over there in Minnesota. Yeah, he had more TDs than him. Yeah, that means more TDs than that motherfucking LA. Yeah, he had more TDs than all of them motherfuckers. Who threw him? Who the fuck threw him? And that's what I'm saying. I can't be blamed. I can't go on the Derek Carr bash fest
Well, he got 2 touchdowns with Stidham, or 3.
I mean, congratulations, and he lost both games.
Yeah, no shit.
As soon as they got some tape, he looked like fucking trash. That's what I'm saying. Like, people are Raider fans. I'm a diehard Raider fan, but I'm an NFL fan. I'm a fan of the game. And when I judge the Raiders, I judge them according to the field, competitively, not with my heart. You feel me? I feel it with my heart when I feel like they fucking trash. I feel it with my heart when I feel like we hard as fuck. I'm finna come out here and I'm finna battle any Chiefs fan if I feel like we them guys. But I don't feel like that this year, and I have all reason to. And I don't understand why a lot of people are attaching themselves to Josh McDaniels like it's Josh McDaniels nation when he hasn't even proven that he can win. The only thing he's done is send some of our best players away or get them pissed off, and went from 10-7 to 16-11. I can't forget that.
Fucking
I can't.
No, like, I mean, that's pretty much true. But like, one of the biggest things that I always wanted to wonder, like, so even though Josh McDaniels can't do all that, right? Where did you get the fact, or even think that he was gonna bring over fucking Garoppolo? Because I didn't see that shit coming at all. For real.
What hurt me? Well, it was my nightmare. First of all, if you've seen any of my videos before it happened,
yeah,
because I got a couple of homies, they Niner fans, diehard Niner fans. And they know I've been a Raider fan since when we were a laughing stock, and they was all their teams were good. They was clowning me every day. I'm still in my Raider shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I was going through the storm, but I always can watch the game and they respect my analysis. And I told them, I'm like, bro, y'all should have 2 more rings. The reason y'all don't have 2 rings is because your quarterback doesn't do anything but hand the fucking ball off. And they was sitting there trying to fight for him. And then once the playoffs came, and then they beat the fucking Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, and this motherfucker threw 8 passes in a pick and 100 yards, and they got a win, and people calling them a winner, I can't fucking take it. So, I don't know, man. To me, facts, the proof's in the pudding on what the player actually does. But once I seen that he was like moving on from Derek Carr, once he benched Derek Carr and then he got rid of Stidham, I didn't want Stidham to be the quarterback either. It's like, he's not our fucking future. No, he looks better in the system because it was open. He had 4 years in the shit. You know what I'm saying? But he is who he is. He's not going to start in Denver either. He's never going to start. No hate to you, Stidham, but he's not a starter. Some players are not starters in the NFL. It's okay. But the fact that they were just like blaming everything on Derek Carr, him and Patrick Graham, like neither one of them guys were taking any responsibility in the offseason and shit. And I kind of was seeing where it was kind of headed. So once I started seeing them, when it first happened, I seen Aaron Rodgers lose. I said, oh, let's get Rodgers. Because it's not like I didn't want to move on from Carr. No, hell no. Because I know he's not the issue. When you have the 26th ranked defense, that's the issue. And he can get better this season. You feel what I'm saying? But I was like, if we're going to move on from Derek Carr, you got to get Devontae Adams. There's nothing else that makes any sense. I mean, not Devontae Adams. You got to get Aaron Rodgers. There's nothing else that makes sense. There's no other quarterbacks that are better or as good that's even out there. Like, and then, you know what I'm saying? It was getting, and the first person they went after was Jimmy Garoppolo in free agency. Like, that was just my nightmare. My boys was telling me, they was laughing, like, you gonna get handoff Jimmy, you gonna get handoff Jimmy. I'm like, no, the fuck I'm not. We better not. And then we ended up getting him. Like, people think it's a personal thing because he took Derek Carr's place. But I was calling him that as a Niner. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it just happened to be my worst nightmare.
See, and that's where a lot of people get it misconstrued, because like I was saying, I knew you were saying that shit last season about. Exactly. I knew you were saying that shit about, you know what I mean, about fucking Jimmy Garoppolo last season. And I knew you had said that shit. So that's why it's like, people in the chat, they're like, what the fuck's going on? It's like, but see, this is how if you would have caught it right from the beginning, this is where I said, this is where I found, like, kind of seen where you were just talking shit. And I was like, oh shit. And then you talked shit about everybody else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not really talking shit, but like just being honest in your, like, whatever you're looking at, right? But so it's like, everything that you're saying is like, I know that you said this shit like that. So everyone's tripping the fuck out. Like,
I appreciate you for that, because a lot of people just started following me like a couple weeks ago or last month, and they be trying to get on there like, oh, you're gonna get on the bandwagon. I'm like, I can't get on the bandwagon. It's my team, fool. I'm just saying, look, I've been made an announcement. I said, look, I'm gonna support Jimmy Garoppolo. I'll tell Jimmy to his face right now. If somebody get his ass online right now, I'll tell him to his face. Jimmy Garoppolo, look, I'm gonna support you. You're a Raider now. There's nothing I can do about that.
Right.
Do I believe in you? No, I don't. But do I want you to win? Yes, I want you to win. But the odds of you staying healthy for 17 games when you've never stayed healthy for 16 games, the odds are fucking against you. I mean, am I wrong for telling the fucking truth? I mean, and then
you're not wrong for telling people. You're not wrong for telling what you think, man. But what I'm saying, is that if I agree in a level for what you say, but I'm more thinking that
Be careful now.
I knew that Derek when he fell into this, that I was on his train too, but the mistakes are so blatantly clear that
Last season.
what he was doing about
Last season. Let's be clear. Last season. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna, he been there for 9 seasons.
I'm just gonna say, I hate talking about the dude because he's not here anymore. Because I'm looking forward. But what I'm doing is that what we did was what he was doing was not the execution of the play. McDaniels can't do, and then the execution that he was doing on third downs, third and short on a pass play. Even though we ran Jacobs,
think about what you just said. Third and short on the pass play. Third and short on the pass play. Short, Jacobs.
Then I also said right after that Jacobs would get the ball, get us there. Third and short, he wouldn't even go to the next man or go to the guy in the flat. He would just throw the ball out of bounds. He did that repeatedly, almost every third down. And then when it came to the red zone, it was a mistake after mistake, overthrown balls deep.
And drop balls.
Third down, we were the worst third down team probably in the NFL. He got his yards. We were the 28th in the red zone. But how do you make these decisions and check out? It's not an offense to where McDaniel says, people were saying McDaniel says, you run that play or else. It's not that way, bro. It can't be that way, because if it is, we probably would have won those games if we would have did those plays if we checked out of them.
That's not how the NFL works, man. You know better than come on, man. You know better than that.
We can't say that.
I got perfect. Go ahead.
Who checked out of what play and who called what play? Because nobody's not going to say anything. We can just assume that somebody checked out a play. It was the efficiency and the execution of the plays that was our downfall, and that could be the whole offense dropping balls.
So this is
not getting the first down.
The two differences between Carr and Garoppolo, right? I've been watching a lot of film on both of them, right? Good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching a lot of Carr shit, and I've been watching him, right? The only difference between him and Garoppolo, there's two differences. One, he can get out of situations and don't look nervous. Derek Carr is fucking shooken. Like Bosa said it perfectly. He gets hit once, we're fucked.
If he gets
Jimmy, like if Carr was getting shooken up, like he's not. Jimmy can stay cool under pressure, regardless of whatever he's doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where I feel a little bit more confident in that. Because
can I rebuttal to that? I'm gonna go to the first one first.
Okay, go for it.
Now you're gonna have to remind me about the second because I'm high like you. Now, I agree with a lot of those mistakes. Like I seen Derek Carr miss passes that I've never seen him miss. You gotta understand, Derek Carr career percentage is 65, 66%. Mm-hmm. His career, he's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL. He just happened to have no number ones the most of his career, no real players most of his career, no real coaching most of his career, no good drafting most of his career. He's not, none of them good things, right? So when I watched him last season, it was out of character. I'm like, damn, he would normally hit that. And then I also watched last season, two players run the same route in the same direction. How many times do y'all see that? They in the same spot. Darren Waller and fucking Devontae Adams in the end zone against Tennessee. They both in the same spot. Like players, that system is so confusing. Players ran the wrong routes a lot of the games. People were not in the right places. Hunter Renfrow dropped 1 million passes, unlike himself. Darren Waller dropped 1 million fucking passes, unlike himself. And think about it. He didn't even have Waller or Renfrow really the whole season, right? Not really the whole season, right? He didn't have his weapons. But you know what he did? What Derek Carr always does. He makes a nobody somebody, and he go gets them paid. Like we're gonna talk about fucking like we're gonna say Matt Collins. Matt Collins, he just left. He got paid. He was a special teams player. Nelson Aguilar, he went to Derek Carr, left, got paid. That's how it happens. Zay Jones, he came with Derek Carr. Nobody knows him. He went and got paid. Derek Carr makes nobody somebody's. He doesn't get the credit that Aaron Rodgers gets when he does it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand, Derek Carr faces
when he's doing the West Coast offense, man. When he's doing the West Coast, I was totally different.
Great at offense. He's great at offense. But I'm saying, but understand the criticism he gets. He wouldn't get as much if he wasn't the Raiders. What I'm saying, most Raider fans that don't like him don't know his numbers. When you look at his numbers, you're like, damn. Think if he actually had a real team around him. Like Jimmy Garoppolo's had great teams around him. Like you've had great teams around you, and you never made a Pro Bowl. You have great teams around you, and you're really high in the top 100. You feel what I'm saying? When you have a great team around you and you make a Super Bowl, you make NFC championships. If you're the quarterback, you always get the most praise, right? The most praise goes to the QB, but you never made a Pro Bowl, which means you meant nothing in those wins. You feel what I'm saying? Like Jimmy Garoppolo has done very little in those wins. Hence, they average 40 carries a game in the playoffs. He averages 14 to 15 passes in the playoffs and 130 yards passing a game. How much do you affect the game? You don't affect the game. They don't win because of you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. That's why I hate these comparisons because they're not really real. Like they call him a winner. Is John Sally a winner too?
who compares him? He's just better with this offense that we're soon gonna find out.
That's all speculation, my bruh. That's what I'm saying.
It's his first year. Just like we ran into this, we didn't know that Derek Carr wasn't going to run this system right. You know, that's why he had a bad year. And I'll come out the box right now and just say, you know what, Carr's probably going to have a good year with that dude in New Orleans. He's probably going to throw a shitload of touchdowns, a shitload of yards. But he's gonna make a bunch of fucking mistakes because that's what he do. He's mistake Carr. That's what he does. That's what he's been doing since college. And me and Lowe seen it. He's been doing it since the 8th grade. So
Derek Carr has seasons where he has 28 touchdowns and 6 picks. Derek Carr has seasons where he has less than 10 picks. He threw 14 picks back-to-back seasons. But look at his picks before that. He doesn't throw a lot of picks.
His bad picks, bro. Bad picks. Beginning of what game?
Worst picks of all time.
Beginning of what game? Pick 6, wasn't it? Beginning of what game we were supposed to took the air out of the offense right off the bat for a bad decision.
Which one are you talking about?
What was it?
See, now that goes back to what you were saying, the play calling. Now look, this came from the inside of the camp. These came from the insiders. They said Josh McDaniels did not allow
Josh McDaniels didn't throw the football.
Right, listen to me. What about Peyton Manning, bro? What if Peyton Manning went to the line and never changed the play?
Two totally different quarterbacks.
It makes a difference. Why is Peyton Manning great? That's the same thing Derek Carr does. I'm not saying he's Peyton Manning. I'm not saying he's Peyton Manning, but he's able to go and check into the right play. Josh McDaniels act like he couldn't even do that. You're gonna handcuff me in the perfect situation is that New England game when he threw that dumbass screen to Devontae when the corner was playing press. I should be able to audible out of that play.
Yeah, that's when he must have got it right there.
That's what I'm saying. You should be able to audible out of that play. Why am I in that play? This play makes no sense. It's press on Devontae.
You have 3 other options, bro. You got 3 other options. Check out of that. Boom. Why you do it? Why you hit that other guy?
Come on,
man. Is this Pee-wee? Is this Pee-wee's where you throw just a quick where you got to see the corner running right there. He broke off his. You got to know what the route is at the screen.
Okay.
And then the corner reads that. What's the first thing a corner supposed to do? Look inside.
A veteran quarterback needs to be able to call his own plays at the line. And when you believe in a quarterback,
he had the opportunity.
If you want to believe,
he had the opportunity.
If you believe it, he just seen him do it with John Gruden. And when you talk about fucking Jimmy Garoppolo, come on, man, he's played with one of the better offensive lines. I mean, everything's been beautiful around Jimmy Garoppolo. He's had to do very little. That's why I compare him to John Sally. Like, come on, just because John Sally won a lot of rings doesn't make him a winner. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't affect the game. Like you saying, Carr made that mistake. He made that mistake. So you feel like he costed us games. The Niners don't look over there and feel like they cost him any or won him any games or lost him any games, except for the big games where they ask him just to do fucking a few things. Jimmy, look, throw 7 passes, no picks. He's going to throw a pick. He's going to throw a fucking pick. That's what I'm saying. Like, people give him too much credit. I think he has 87 touchdowns and almost 50 fucking picks. You know what I'm saying? Like, he makes a lot of mistakes.
I love football. Bro, when he only throws. I'm the type, because I coach football, man. I coach football, and I would love 250 yards rushing, that dude only throwing.
But that's not realistic. That's the best rushing team in the NFL. That's the best rushing team.
I would love that.
Hey, but tell me this: did you see the difference between the offense when Purdy took over? It was a lot more passes downfield. The offense was open. I'm telling you, he restricts the team. He restricts the team. It's not that he can't make a throw. Just when he makes throw, look at his fucking feet. If you've seen highlights, every single throw Jimmy Garoppolo makes is flat-footed. He doesn't step into any throws. I don't give a fuck how far he's throwing it. It looks bad. His mechanics are terrible. And I keep telling you, you can pull his highlights right now. I ain't talking about film. I'm talking about his best plays. And not to mention, everybody's wide the fuck open. And there's no fucking tight window throws. There's no beautiful over-the-shoulder throws. It's to tight ends who are open and running backs who are open. And I mean, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's all a fucking mirage. It's a mirage. Kyle Shanahan's a great coach.
That's fine with me.
He's a great coach, though. But that's not what Josh McDaniels is. Kyle Shanahan, he's a great coach and play caller. Josh McDaniels a great play caller, but not situationally. He has a lot of faults. You know what I'm saying? But
he was about to lose his job, bro. He was about to lose his job before that defense started settling in.
Bro,
him and the GM.
But that's what they draft, though. They know how to draft. They draft weapons.
And they made these trades. They got no number one picks. They got no number one picks for the next 3 years.
And they still gonna compete. And they're gonna compete.
Depending on a rookie with a bad leg, bro. With a bad leg, depending on an undrafted rookie.
And they're still gonna win. And they won 10 straight games. They won 10 straight games with that undrafted rookie who looked better than fucking Jimmy Garoppolo.
They won with the number one defense.
He looked better than Jimmy ever had in that offense. Period. That's why they said, you know what, Jimmy, you just got to the Super Bowl, but we're finna give up hella picks to get somebody else. Hey, Jimmy, I know you just got to the playoffs again, but we're gonna fucking go ahead and run with this guy. They don't give a fuck about him for a reason. I trust great management. I trust great management.
They got McCaffrey. They didn't get a quarterback. They got McCaffrey. That's what they got.
Because they know what they need. Because they know they can win with Sam Darnold. That's how good their fucking team is. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing but props to the Niners. I give credit when credit's due. And they know how to run a team. That's a great offensive line. We don't have that. Those are fucking good skill players. We do have that. And that's a great defense. We should have fucking had that since 2006. Way before Derek Carr was, he was in fucking junior high.
So check this out. Willie Wayne saying that like
they got a great offensive line. They got 4 quarterbacks hurt. 4 quarterbacks in one season.
That O-line better than ours. I bet you that. I bet you're a grade better than ours.
Not
grade better than ours, dude.
Not right
Look it
now.
up. A grade better than ours, dude. I'm telling you that right now.
And
all of them 5-yard passes, all the 5-yard screens, them 5-yard screens, the Debo that runs for 70 yards. Yeah, y'all keep giving him credit for that. When he's playing in the AFC West, he's gonna have to motherfucking make throws because they're gonna say this. All right, Jimmy, we don't believe in you. Nobody believes in you. 7 in the box. We stopping the run. Throw it over our head. Prove it. That's gonna be the game plan every game. So he's gonna have opportunity to fucking prove everybody wrong, like, and make some good throws downfield. He has to do it, my bro, because you already know that's how the NFL goes. If they don't trust your deep throw or they don't trust your passing, they're gonna snug up on everything on the intermediate, and all of his highlights are all intermediate. So all I'm saying is he's gonna have a chance to hit some deep balls. He got to hit them though, because if he don't hit them, it's gonna be bad.
The way I am, bro.
You guys don't think that. So, man, you don't think that they're going to get any kind of rhythm, any kind of wins, any kind of nothing? You don't think they're going to put anything together with this offense that he learned in that went fucking, what did he go, 12-0 as when he started for Patriots, and when he came back?
No,
when he won 8 in a row.
2 games. He started 2 games for the Patriots. He started 2 games.
Yeah, so 6 in a row.
So he started 2 games for the son. I said he started 2 games for the Patriots 7 years ago. He don't know that goddamn system. Why you think Marcus Peters and the defense looks so good? He threw 3 picks already. You think our defense is that good? No.
Garoppolo already?
Yeah, he threw 2 the other day, and he threw 1 to Marcus Peters. That's what I'm saying. But I don't have a problem with that. Do it in camp. That's what camp is for.
Yeah.
I'm sick of people telling me he knows the system. That's 7 years ago. You feel what I'm saying? That was 7 years ago. I don't want to hear about the system. He has to relearn the system because it's not Shanahan's system, and he needs practice time. And what the fuck are they doing? We're scheduling Jimmy off practice. Why the fuck are you doing that if he's 100%? If anybody's ever had an injury, if you fucking break your leg and the doctor clears you 100%, no limitations, there's no fucking days off for you. You have to go ahead and get in game shape now. You don't take days off because you're 100% with no limitations. That's what he said. And what happened the very next fucking day, 2 days later? We gave him a day off. And they never pre-announced his days off, if you notice that. If they want to get in front of all the bullshit, all they got to do is say, Jimmy's going to be leaving practice early today. It's predetermined. Because he left practice yesterday early. right? Like that's how you know they don't know. Like they think they're smarter than everybody. They think they're smarter than everybody. That's why I don't like these guys. They think they're so smart. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not stupid. They said, "Oh, he left early, but it was predetermined." It was predetermined, and then I pull up the video of this motherfucker limping. Like, bro, I can't fuck with these cats like that. I ain't stupid.
Let me say this real quick, man. What they do is in camp, and it's something I know, and I heard it today on a guy that I listened to, and I kind of, the ideas were like this with me, and then when he said it, because he was there at camp, and then what it was that Jimmy was there the first part of camp. Then I guess maybe on a water break, or they have different fields or something, and then they switch to a different field to do red zone. They have like a red zone section that's just a red zone, and then 10 yards back where they can use the boundary, you know, as real tight to practice it. So what they did is they said, "Hey Jimmy, just take a walk into the weight room," to make it a situation to where the second team guy, "Oh, where's Jimmy at? Oh, Jimmy's getting treatment. He had to go in the locker room like it was a game." So the next man up would have to come up and know what's going on to see if he's been listening. You know, like strategy type shit. Which I think is.
You buy that shit,
which I think is a good thing. They do that, bro.
Well, I mean, regardless they pop up situations. Needs to be ready regardless, because even though you stated on some real shit, you're saying like he's injury prone. They know that he's injury prone regardless of whatever. You know what I'm saying? He came into this camp and doing whatever. If they have him on that, regardless of whatever, they're still gonna have to get a fucking winning fucking season. If not, they all fucking lose their jobs. You see what I'm saying? So it's like regardless of whatever. So even if what Gravy's saying that's a possibility for it to happen, just because he's gonna go down. So we're really on some real shit. Not even gonna really see Jimmy G. He's gonna give us some fucking motivation, and then the guys are gonna have to do what the fuck they're gonna have to do. So that's kind of where we're at. And so overall, when you're saying that, like I agree, but it's like we're trying to hope for the fucking best that this motherfucker can put some shit together. I don't give a fuck if he throws 2 passes for 150 yards. I don't give a fuck.
I like that game. I love that game right there. But anyways, just the fact. Okay, it doesn't even have to be true that happened, man. It doesn't even have to be true.
Right.
Maybe
it's just hard to
go
win.
Go to the locker room, take a shower. Go to the locker room, go take a shower. Okay, Jimmy's not here no more. O'Donnell or Connell or Hoyer, come out here. Boom, let's go.
At that moment,
are you studying the game?
At that moment, the season's over and you failed as a coach because you got rid of a guy too early.
They want to see what they got to do.
Look, I'm just saying, look, bro. Like I said, that offense last year, no matter what, even as bad as Derek Carr was, and I agree with you, he was as worst as he's been. But I said, but he's always bad in the first year of his season of a new system. All I'm saying is this: as bad as he was, they were 12th. Imagine if he comes back this season and you clean up some mistakes, you can turn 12 into 8. You know what I'm saying? But they moved on too early, and then they say, well, we didn't want to pay Derek Carr $31 million, and then Daniel Jones has got 45. Like, come on, y'all, like, what are we talking about? And then it's not like we took that money and went out and got some stars. We went out and got what are we doing in free agency? You feel what I'm saying? Like, we didn't do anything that was impactful. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna move on from Derek Carr, acting like you had to do it, and then and the first person you signed in free agency was a guy who was hurt. Like, bro, I'm thinking about that. Like, that doesn't make sense if you're ownership, if you're management. That's not a winning recipe. Once they found out, because they didn't know. Once they found out, they was like, oh shit. At that moment, they should have crossed him off the list and started swinging for Aaron Rodgers. They should have crossed him off the list, but it's the pride that Josh McDaniels has that made him still do this, because nobody was knocking on his door. The offseason was about Aaron Rodgers and Derek Carr. Nobody gave a fuck about Jimmy Garoppolo but fucking Josh McDaniels. And that no one was thinking about, we're only a Jimmy Garoppolo away. But teams was thinking that Derek Carr was the piece away from making them compete. You know what I'm saying? Like, the two players don't mesh. And then when we look at how we compete in the AFC West, think of all these tight Charger games, these tight Charger Clipper games since Herbert been there. They're 30-point, 3-point wins. And we're balling. Derek Carr is balling. Josh Jacobs is balling in these games. And against the Denver Broncos. They both light these teams the fuck up. And we have to, though. It's not like we win by 14. We win by 3 or 4 points because they're high-scoring games. You have to score in the AFC West, my man. This isn't AFC East in 2008. And that's how they're approaching it. You know what I'm saying? They're approaching it because people forget Brady played in the worst division for 20 years. and they were going to win the division no matter what. So of course they can plug in Buckhead, what's his name, Buckhead, where the fuck his name is, all of these different people, Sony Michel. It didn't matter. Yeah, Tom Brady, the greatest, and the AFC East was trash, bro. We in the AFC West where it's fucking loaded, weapons everywhere. Yeah. It's trash as much as we hate the Chargers. Look at the defense, player by player. I don't know. Their scheme has to be trash because that defense should be top 10. The players are top 10 players, but the scheme's got to be trash. Like, then you look at Denver's defense. That's the top 10 defense. And everybody look at Kansas City defense, think that it ain't shit. They was top 5 in sacks. Like, and then you look at our defense, bro. We're fucking last in quarterback rating, opponent quarterback rating. We're fucking 28th to last in sacks. We're 28th to last in interceptions. We're last on third down. Andy Dalton had his best game of the season last year. I mean, bruh.
Why do these fucking obscure motherfuckers always have good ass games?
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. Everything
they
about it.
They top it off against us. I've said that.
Matt Ryan,
as far as defensively.
Matt Ryan, Jeff Saturday beat us on a Sunday.
Suck, bro. Yeah.
Matt Ryan and Jeff Saturday beat us on a Sunday. What more can I say? You can't look at the players for this
the
shit.
Motherfucking Rams game. The Rams game. You was there, Lo. That Rams game pissed me off.
Bro. Listen, man. I was sitting there, bro.
I still ain't let that one go.
I was sitting there watching Baker Mayfield come down the fucking field. I seen the fucking touchdown right there. I was like, fuck this shit. That was bad.
What kind of coverage was that? So you telling me you're gonna play 2-man press with no fucking help over a rookie corner? An easy throw. I make that throw on Madden every single day. As soon as a motherfucker press me on Devontae Adams, that's a go route. That's easy. Like, that's basic video game math. How the fuck you don't know that?
Van Jefferson, big, tall, no matter the weakest one on the Rams receiver. But Van, he's his known name. He's known as a big guy.
Bruh, they had no timeouts. What kind of coverage are you playing? He should have been by himself.
95 yards. They went 95 yards. Did they go 95 yards though?
And after that game, people said, "Fucking Derek Carr." I said, "I can't with you motherfuckers. I can't." And even as bad as he played in Pittsburgh, even as bad as he played in Pittsburgh, guess what he did? He left the field with a 4-point lead, and they let this motherfucking rookie who been trash all season go 80 yards with no timeouts for a touchdown, not a field goal, a touchdown. And then Derek Carr got benched after. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That, but no talks of the defense. Patrick Graham wasn't on the hook at all. Against the Jaguars, you're up 17 points. Can y'all call a better fucking game in the second half? Can you adjust?
That was so bad.
Bruh, the Cardinals, you're up 20 points. You're up 20 points.
He gets conservative once he has a lead. And I don't know why he does it so early. It's unexplainable why he does it so early, but you can tell.
I can't
tell the flow of the game.
If people tell me Josh McDaniels' system is the running game, right? That's what they say, right? Tell me this. The first game against the Chargers, what the fuck offense was that? Derek Carr threw it 40 times. Josh Jacobs ran it 10 times. I said, what fucking offense is this? And Derek Carr got sacked 6 times. I said, what the fuck offense is this? Because I'm thinking this is going to be the Tom Brady offense. He's the best ever at play action. This is going to be a lot of running game with the best running back in the league, because I've been think Josh Jacobs has been the best in the league. I've been loving Josh Jacobs. So I'm thinking we're going to, play action. Waller's wide open. You can't cover everybody. In that game, I didn't see nothing but shotgun, and our offensive line can't hold up against stars. They're good against basic guys, but they can't hold up against the Bosas, the Max. They get crushed every time. He got sacked 6 times, and people said, God damn it, Derek Carr, he threw 3 picks. I was mad at him for that, but I was more mad at the game plan. I'm like, how the fuck you have Derek Carr throwing 40 times a game? You ain't never watched him his career? He throws the ball about 30 times a game, and not even that. He throws about 27 times a game. He's normally about 21 for 26. That's what you throw, and you run game, you play action. I was like, what are you doing? What the fuck was that? And then now I hear him talking about how they're gonna.
You got the chat going bonkers, bro. You got the chat going. Wow, kick back, relax. Get your drink.
Smoking joint now.
Enjoy the show, because this is gonna be a good one.
Hey, make sure y'all follow me, man. Don't be fucking hating me. You know I'm speaking the truth.
You got cats agreeing with you. You got cats that don't
disagree with you. Yeah, bro.
You love Josh McDaniels. They love Josh McDaniels, and if you fucking Josh McDaniels Nation motherfuckers is on here, that's on you. You fucking loving a coach who ain't proved shit to you. Only thing he did was fucking take a team that was 10-7 to 6-11. And fucking pissed off Devontae Adams and pissed off Josh Jacobs and fucking got rid of the quarterback who was actually pretty good, who's way better than this trash we got now. And our defense was fucking last. He never held him accountable. What the fuck? Like, bruh, How y'all mad at me? That don't make no sense. Come on, man. It's Raider fucking Nation, not Josh Daniels Nation. I sat through the Andrew Walters. I sat through the fucking Dante Culpeppers. You motherfuckers can't tell me shit.
What about what's his
Straight
name?
up. Walk through South Central with my dad to the motherfucking LA Coliseum repping gangbangers, motherfucking gangbanging. Why you think I rep the Raiders so hard? I gangbang that shit.
That's funny. Fucking crazy.
You get me up where I'm from, I'm gonna tell you where I'm from, and I see you, I'm Raiders, motherfucker. I gangbang that shit. I stand on that. I stand on Raider Nation.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is great.
Man, it's not being devil's advocate. It's the truth, though. Like, see, look, man, I like the truth, right? You know what I mean? Like, me, I'm trying to be as optimistic as possible. You know what I'm saying? But then, yeah, sometimes the truth gotta like be out there, and some of the shit that you do say, some of the shit you do, I'm like, all right, like, okay, I get it, and then I'm like, I try to rebuttal it in a sense, like, you know, just kind of keep me on my toes. Not necessarily rebuttal, but like kind of keep me on my toes, like, all right, that's right. But it's like it's only sharpening, you know, like iron sharpening iron. You know what I'm saying? So real it's like, I mean, I get it though. So it's like. And Gravy loves it too. It's like, because it's the truth. It's the truth, but it's like, that's what we're here for. Because we're not all, hey, well, statistically, motherfucker speak some real shit.
Yeah, that's kind of like, and the thing about it, bro, he bringing up good points that a lot of people can't argue with. I know it. I bring it up. Most of mine, man, is like you defensively. Mm-hmm. I just didn't like the way Carr's decision making was his efficiency, his red zone play.
I agree.
You know, his red zone play was depressing at times, bro.
I fucking agree.
Fuck, man, Carlson. I got sick and tired of seeing Carlson out there for 2 years being our most points score player. You know, kickers are usually they score the most points on your team overall, but fuck, on crucial games you need to get 7. And in the plays that were doing were what the hell you throwing a ball 2 yards before the end zone when the guy he's so covered you can't even stretch out to get the touchdown, or you know, throwing a screen pass. That's not your first read. You got different options you could go to. It's just like he's known to look at his receivers. He's known to stare them down.
Right.
And
tell me this.
You know, I know he's gonna be successucul somewhere. You know, he's a good quarterback, but not for this dude.
Tell me this: Did Josh Jacobs get the ball enough in the red zone? I can break it down. I'm gonna give you a situation right now.
He never got the ball enough.
So how you blaming Derek?
I would have given the ball 440 times.
Look at the offensive coordinator, bro. Call a better fucking game in the red zone. If you think even if you're the coordinator and you're looking like, fuck, man, he's bad in the red zone. Okay, make it better. What the thing? That's why Shanahan is so good. When you look at Jimmy Garoppolo in the red zone, everybody's open. And if you want to fucking look up the goddamn numbers, Purdy threw for 68% in the red zone last season. The same as Jimmy Garoppolo. What a fucking surprise. It's the goddamn system. And all I'm saying is, Derek Carr, yes, he was all of those things last year. All of those inefficient, all of those. But I still can't deny the fact that fucking Devontae Adams had a career year. I still can't deny the fact that we was tied for first in big plays with the Philadelphia Eagles. Big play touchdowns, big chunks. You feel what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, to move on prematurely, to act like you didn't have a choice, or, you know, to me, that's like you're hanging your hat on Derek Carr being bad in New Orleans, and that's a bad thing to hang your hat on because he's been good with very bad teams. Think about it. Derek Carr has been pretty good with very bad teams. I ain't saying he's been a great quarterback, but he's made Pro Bowls with mediocre teams, and he's always, think about this too. He's always been on the worst team in the division. Until recently, you know what I'm saying? Until recently, we've been getting our kicked up. So
he's just been with us. He's just been with us. So you know,
we've been the worst team, bro.
We got a winning season.
If we real Raider fans, we know that we've been one of the worst organizationally since with Detroit, with Cleveland, as far as building our teams. Right? We have to be real with that, bruh. We're there.
I think we're headed.
We're doing it right now.
I think we're headed. I think we're headed in the right direction. With the young guys that we're picking up, man. Don't you think
we're hoping. They ain't touched the field yet. They
look
a couple of them.
I think we are. I think these young guys. That's why I was no to say, you know, if you watch Low Show, I was no on Marcus Peters because I know what type of player he is. Yeah. But I like the young dudes that we had. I like Webb and I like Hall, and you know, Meek has always been there, and Epps, like, and you know.
What don't you like about Peters? So what don't you like about Peters?
I watched him play. I just think he's falling off. I don't need that. I don't think these kids, these young boys need. They need the opportunity this year to get in there and start playing. I think Mark Peters is gonna. Peters is already locked in. Number one, messed up the grooming and the moving up to start on these guys because Peters hasn't done nothing in 3 years.
I mean, who brought him there though? Who brought him there though?
We brought him there, so we're stuck with him. I've always said, look, I wouldn't mind if Peters came, but
I like Peters though.
It's gonna mess up. It's gonna mess up these young guys.
But one thing
guys are pretty good.
One thing he is gonna do though, this is what I like about Peters. He's not the all-pro player he was, but he's still better than anybody we got, except for maybe Nate Hobbs. I think Nate Hobbs is that dog. I think Nate Hobbs is the next guy up. But what I like about Peters, bruh, he's gonna be in these motherfuckers' ears. He's gonna hold all of these guys accountable. He's gonna hold the fucking, if we fucking get blew out on some bullshit and people are blowing assignments and we look like pure fucking trash, he ain't gonna be over there like a little soldier. He gonna go the fuck off. He gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? He gonna hold people accountable. We need dogs. You feel what I'm saying? I've been said you can't win in the NFL with Princeton guys. The fucking Raiders ain't built on Princeton. We're built on motherfuckers who go to jail and fuck you up and wild ass shit. You can't win with choir boys. You can't. When I'm looking at our corners,
that's exactly what Art Shell said. That's exactly what fucking Dennis out. We're gonna get tough, explosive guys, and look what we end up with. And they didn't do it. I don't think that Peters is not what the fuck we doing. Peters will go out there and fight you and bring negativity to that young locker room. And it's a whole different player. These guys are whole different players than what Peters was. So, and I thought they played good at the end of the season. They came back. They started off rough. They started rough, and then as gradually, that's why we went from last to 28 because of our secondary, bro. Even though bad things happen and we concentrate on the bad things in the secondary.
Say that again. Went from last to 28. That's how bad our defense is. And we're talking about
that's how bad it was. It's better.
There's only 32 teams in the fucking league. 32 in the league, and we talking about 28. That's horrible, man.
I'm just happy about that. We should have weren't in the 30s. They was
horrible. But I'm saying, but all the heat, all the heat we've been hearing on the offense, when you have a 12th ranked offense, it's not even warranted. It all should be at the defense. Even as bad as they were, you still were 12th in the NFL, not in the AFC. You were 12th in the NFL, and your defense was fucking 6th from last. All the, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we ain't even bringing up the draft pick. We ain't even bringing up the Tyree Wilson. What y'all think about that?
What's that?
He needs to get out there.
Oh yeah, he's
all this babysitting them, and he I don't know why we're drafting hurt players. I don't know why we're drafting hurt players.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, why ain't we
talking
about?
He must have wowed everybody, but these teams they draft, and especially us, we draft guys that
why ain't we talking about
sit down and not be there.
My God, but everybody keeps saying
the most important thing we need to do is get this young rookie out there. He needs to see what it is to bang with these tackles and shit like that. He has a good one to go against, so he needs to fill out what's going on. Just like Michael Myers, getting worked by Crosby, right?
Hold on 1 second, y'all. I gotta answer this though. 1 second.
Yeah. What about Young?
Just like we're hearing that Michael Myers getting worked by Crosby. He embeds that in his mind. Keep coming at me. You know what I mean? He's learning. He's learning how to get. He knows what it's like now. This shit didn't happen at Notre Dame. Shoot, there wasn't a guy like this. This is a whole different dude right here in Notre Dame.
I think
or anywhere in football. There ain't no Crosby, and there might be one in the coming, but there ain't no Crosby right now in college football. So he's going against the best dude he can. And that's education. That's what Tyree needs to do against, Miller. He needs to get up on Miller and have Miller put his big old paws on him and throw his ass around to see what it feels like. Practice on that foot. If the doctor's telling you, nah, give it another week, do this and that. They're just worried about the player. And then it's important. It's important. But I don't know why, if this dude had such a major foot problem, to keep him out of training camp and then maybe a game or two, why is he drafted? Well, I like the pick. I like it, but why was I had no idea he had a foot problem.
That's the whole thing, but they did.
The other one that's injured too is Young. He hasn't even been out there.
Yeah, I mean, but that's one thing. He's like a 3rd round, 4th round pick. That's cool. But your number one fucking pick, my bro. Look, your number one fucking pick. You have each team gets a medical report from his doctor, right?
Of course, yeah.
And of course, it's gonna be making it look all good, like shit is all good, right? But they all know that his foot is a fucking Liz Frank injury. That injury, I think that's the injury that ended fucking Steve Francis, fucking Yao Ming, fucking who else? Darren McFadden. That shit is up, and the bigger you are, the more athletic you are, the harder it is to heal. This motherfucker's like 6'5", 270. He's a beast. And he's on the edge.
Yep.
It's gonna take it's a gamble. And my thing is like, people keep saying, well, ain't you tired of the same shit? Ain't you tired of the same shit? Well, this fucking first pick sure look like the same shit to me, because we should have went and got Jalen Carter, because Jalen Carter, it was like, well, he was in trouble, bro, for driving fast. He didn't hurt nobody, he didn't kill nobody, he wasn't in that car, none of that, right? That's why he didn't go to jail. They ain't gonna do this fucking young black kid no favors. They're gonna send his ass right to jail. But obviously they had nothing to send him to jail. So after that, you look at the tape, he's jumping off the film. He's jumping off the Jalen Carter, jumping off the film. Am I right or wrong? He jumped off the D tackle position. He's jumping off the film. And that's what we had nothing of in the middle last season. We had Max doing his shit. Max is fucking Max. He's gonna do what the fuck. He's gonna dominate. You feel me? And even on good games, Chandler's doing his thing, but there's still no push in the middle. So if you get Jalen Carter, you bring him in the middle, he instantly is gonna push that shit like Fletcher Cox. And we have a certified real deal 1st round pick. And by the way, he's practicing right now with Philly. We have someone who can step in right now and participate and contribute. Like this guy, if he's not ready by camp, he's gonna go straight to the fucking PUP list. We ain't gonna see him till week 8. Yeah. That's not what you do with your first pick.
I'm gonna be on injured reserve and wait till game 8 to see him.
That's what I'm saying. You can't. You're done. But that's not what you do with your first pick. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't act like these are good decisions. Like, we can't be just jumping on fuck Derek Carr and we ignoring what the coaches have been doing. These are all mistakes they're making out here. These are horrible. It's not just the Derek Carr thing. It's the Darren Waller thing to me too. Yeah, he was hurt for 2 years. I get it. But the 2 years before that, he led the team in receptions, yards. He was everything for our team. And guess what he's going to be? Everything for New York. You bring him back healthy this year. That made no sense because you're mad.
Besides Saquon, that's all they got. Besides Saquon, that's all they got.
That's what they're going to need. Look what they did without Darren Waller last season. He's a difference maker. Healthy, it's fucking Travis Kelce and Darren Waller when they're healthy.
There he is. There's Gabe.
I know we've been looking for Gabe.
I just hold these guys accountable, man. That's all.
Me and Lowe both. I'm sure Lowe agrees. We were down with Carter, right?
Yeah, I want him.
And it started so much shit.
That
Carter kid started so much shit with the circle of people that are in this group that we got this was. It started so much shit that what he did, I don't give it. The dude could push the center and the freaking guard and take him with him and get to the quarterback just a little bit. It's easy on our secondary. It's easy on our linebackers. People push back so much that it separated people. It separated homies. It separated.
No, not necessarily. It was just one.
It separated all kinds of shit. Just that one dude. But we didn't get him. He was there. Yeah. He was there. He was there to get, but we didn't get him.
There for you. So, I just,
I didn't know his. I knew he had a foot problem, but I didn't think it was that bad to where it was going to keep him out of training camp 3 months after that. And he did. This is very important. This is an important pick. This is their first number 1 pick, bro.
Hey, my bro. Hey, whoever just made that last comment said that Waller ain't nowhere near Kelce. Won't you look up the footage where fucking Travis Kelce say every day he felt Darren Waller on his heels. He don't say that about Andrews. He don't say that about Kittle. He knows it's Darren Waller. When Darren Waller's healthy, there's nobody better than him but fucking Travis Kelce.
But fucking Darren Waller's going to be having fucking Daniel Jones throwing to him.
Hey, they're going to simplify the game plan, though. They're going to be fucking read option, hand it off to Saquon, little check down to Saquon, throw it down the seam to Darren Waller. They're going to make the game easy for him. I'm telling you,
Yeah, shit.
Brian Daboll's a good coach.
They might not even have Jaquan. They might be handing the ball off to Waller, pitching it to Waller, having them do routes.
He already signed that deal.
He did?
For this season.
Oh, yeah. He gave us.
He there this season.
Yeah. But shit, man.
That's what our guy needs to do, man. That's what our dude needs to do.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about Byron Young. I don't know a lot about him, you know what I mean? But I know he got the injury. Hopefully he can bounce back. You feel me? Like I'm pulling for all of these young Raiders. These are young cats. You feel me? All their dreams came true. I hope they can succeed. I just hope that these guys made the right picks. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing against these guys. I just hope they're the right picks. Because I look at Josh McDaniels' fucking draft in Denver. That shit was ugly. I was like, God damn, who the fuck did he draft?
On that part, like, you know what I mean? At least we're getting good players. Like you even said that. That's like one good positive. Because I know he'd be talking a lot of shit, but it's like you're speaking facts. But like one of the positives, we are getting some deep players, but a lot of them are injured, kind of stupid shit. But then also Ziegler kind of had to play with the money and fix some shit and get rid of all kinds of shitty ass contracts and
like I mean, like what though? Like what though? Like what though? What did he have to do? What did he have to do? Everybody was gone. Fucking all of them trash ass players, their contracts was up. They ain't had that. This is the same. They inherited the same team. Everybody came back. You know what I mean? Like, what did they have to really do?
That was like 33 mil off top.
Yeah. The only thing they did was fucking say, we're gonna fucking cut Derek Carr and we're gonna build the defense. They cut Derek Carr and didn't build the defense. Like, I hold them accountable for that. Like, I'm not gonna forget that because on the offseason, I'm like, oh, here goes a dog. We got a chance of getting a real difference maker. You feel me? We saving money, right? We're gonna get a difference maker, and we don't do that. We just get a guy. And it's like, why do you do that when we had guys available that can make an impact on the defense right now? And they just didn't do it the whole offseason. Then in the draft, I'm like, you know, I like Jacorian Bennett. He has a nice possible future. He kind of reminds me of Budda Baker. He kind of got a little Budda Baker in him.
Okay. I like that.
Me, small but fucking fearless and fucking in your face and around the ball. He kind of reminds me of him. I like him. I want to see how he develops in the preseason. But you know, they did. I like Mayer too. I like Michael Mayer too. I'm gonna see how he develops as well. I don't hate the draft. I hated the offseason. I hated the offseason. I hated the free agency, but I didn't hate the draft. Didn't love it, but I didn't hate it.
So is there anything positive you can say? Like, you know what I mean? Besides like
yeah.
On a positive note.
He just did right now. See, he just did.
I hang my hat on the defense this season. I keep telling people, like, before they jump on our offense was so trash last season and bad in the red zone, understand we were 12th. 12th in the NFL. That's pretty fucking good. Yeah. So I have a feeling and our defense is 26. I have a feeling we can take our defense from 26th to maybe 22nd, which would be a fucking big jump for us, right? I mean, that's still fucking horrible and trash. Only reason they don't take a bigger jump is because they fucked the offense up by doing the weird shit. You know what I mean?
Be on the field more, getting more tackles, or what?
Exactly. Now they're gonna be on the field more. Like people try to say, let me tell you this one I had to kill people with. They was like, well, the defense was so bad last year because they were on the field all game. I said, hold on, bro. I just got this shit. Let me show you, motherfuckers. That shit said the Kansas City Chiefs was the number one team in the NFL, less likely to end the drive with a punt or a turnover. The number one team, so which means they ended most of their drives with points, right? That's what that means. They're first. Guess where the Raiders were? And we left the defense on the field all fucking season. They were 9. They were fucking 9.
Fifth.
You feel what I'm saying? They were 9.
I thought it was fifth.
Like, come on, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Josh McDaniels is destroying this fucking offense for no reason. It wasn't necessary. That's why I'm like, he better be right. He better be fucking right. That's all I'm saying. And 30 million is a fucking deal. 30 million is a deal. Look at the quarterbacks in the league. Daniel Jones getting 45 million. Like, somebody just said something about the money right now. I had to just comment on that. But you hear what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Like,
the homie gave you.
And that's a deal right now. What he finna do for New Orleans? I mean, they finna throw a party over there. They gonna throw a party. I'm finna go bet on everything Derek Carr props. Whatever they got him on the yards, I'm going over.
So
I'm going over.
We're gonna be doing a fantasy league where I'm gonna fucking draft Derek Carr. I already said that shit.
He gonna ball out. Why? He gonna ball out because you know
the
what?
only year that his success was without the Raiders in fantasy.
Well, they're gonna cater to him. Like
he's not really a good fantasy. He'll score you. He'll get you some points, but
he's not gonna get you 30 a game. He'll get you 21, 22.
Every other quarterback you'll get 30, but with Carr you'll get
every quarterback gives you 30. Come on, bro. Get that hate out your heart, bro. You need to aim that at Garoppolo on this coach.
He'll get 2 picks behind. When you talk to fantasy, Derek Carr's not a good fantasy quarterback. Everybody knows.
Garoppolo's not even on fantasy. How about that? He's not even fucking draftable.
I never picked Garoppolo for it.
That motherfucker's not available. You go to fantasy and look for a quarterback. He's even on the fucking list.
He be on the waiver wire week. He be on the waiver wire.
You gonna find Jarrett Stidham on that motherfucker before you find Jimmy Garoppolo, and he the starter. This motherfucker does nothing for his team. That's what I'm saying. I hope he does something for us, but it will be the first in his career.
Now, what if he does, bro? What if he does?
I'm gonna rock a Jimmy jersey. I'm gonna rock a Jimmy jersey. I'm gonna rock a Jimmy jersey.
All right.
I'm gonna give him respect. I'm gonna give Josh McDaniels respect and say, hey, I didn't agree with you, but maybe you knew what I didn't know. I'm gonna do all of that. But if that shit go how I see it going, tune the fuck in all season, y'all. Because this motherfucking Raider Nation, not Josh McDaniels.
Expectations, dirty.
Raider Nation, not Josh McDaniel Nation, period. And he better fucking win this season. He has his guys. I don't want to hear no fucking excuses.
Expectations in. What's your expectations as far as defense is concerned?
My expectations is nothing. Defense, I think the defense is gonna be better. But when I look at our schedule, it's scary. I'm gonna know who we are game one because we've been sweeping the Denver Broncos for the last 3 years, 6 games in a row, and people think we just do it. It's like y'all better go look at Derek Carr and Josh Jacobs' numbers in those games. They fucking destroy the Denver Broncos. They throw parties on the Broncos. They're both not gonna probably be there game one. I think Josh Jacobs pulls out game one and plays game two. I think he says, fuck it, I'll eat one game check. Let me see how y'all look without me. And then he comes game two. That's what I think.
So check us out.
Don't let Zeus drop 100. Don't let Zeus get 100 on that ass.
Hey, Zeus is
Don't let Zeus pop 100 and something on that ass
You guys go.
We'll be talking different. I like to be on every show that day.
All right, check this out. So I got an idea. Game one. After game one, we're gonna fucking talk, bro. I want you to come back on game one. I think he's frozen. If you're frozen, bro.
He's stuck.
There you go.
He got stuck. He got stuck.
Oh,
your Wi-Fi went like this. Your Wi-Fi went like that. Right when you was gonna do the prediction.
Yeah, motherfuckers down there playing fucking Xbox and shit.
But sure, man. Hey, man. Thank you for pulling up, though, bro, man. I'm gonna get out of here, man. It's only about an hour show, man, and then we're gonna. But bro, you're more than welcome. Come through anytime, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit the chat, bro. He's a Raider fan. Don't just listen to what he's saying, man. It's all game, man. You know what I mean?
I love y'all, man. I love Raider Nation, man. Trust me, man. What I'm doing is protecting the shield, like my boy podcast. I'm protecting the shield because he's not. They have done nothing to get into our Raider hearts. If they do things that's dear to our hearts, like win, we welcome them with open arms. But when you go from 10-7 to 6-11, we say, "Fuck you! Show us that you can win." There it is.
That's true, for sure.
Raider Nation.
We're out, man. We tell you guys, like I always say, man, be thankful for what you do got and what you don't, man. Don't drink and drive, and we'll see you guys on the flip. All right, peace.
All right, y'all.